Quite Honest Movie Reviews. This is the Polka King, which is a Netflix original movie. It follows a Ponzi scheme, and basically it is based off a documentary that went over this Polka King's life and kind of the story of how he got rolled into this. It creates a very sort of sympathetic side to the actual character and what he was trying to do. And I think it almost kind of moves away from the sort of really bad things that were based around what he was doing with people's money. That aside, Jack Black was absolutely excellent in the film and created a very, very sympathetic character, which was great. His wife is Jenny Slater in this one, and she does an excellent performance. And she just really wants to be someone that's sort of really popular and not just be trailed off her husband, and that sort of develops throughout it. It's a very interesting sort of story. I mean, I watched the movie all the way through. I had no issues watching it. I thought it was enjoyable. Music wasn't bad. It wasn't very present, but it was there, and you did get lots of moments of where they're, poking along. That was good. It was well shot. I mean, it looks good, and it's just a really easy watch. It wasn't anything too intense, I want to say, as in the sense that you're not going to get a lot of an emotional response out of this. You're going to watch it, and you're going to be like, yeah, this is fine. It's something you can easily watch. It's about an hour and a half long, so there's no issues there. It didn't feel too long. The pacing was fine. It went over the entire story, and I think it got all the key details. I found it actually kind of a little bit fascinating. I was just this guy that was kind of like, he just kind of came into it. If that's 100% true, he just kind of just went along with it, and he's like, yeah, and then he kept trying to, keep building on it. There might be more to it, obviously, which is why I went over the sympathetic aspects of that. But in the film, it was definitely presented in an interesting way, and it does span his entire sort of core career and the process he went behind when he was actually, making the money and sort of going along with it, and all the people, the core folks that were around him during the situation. You get a good development on all of their lives. It does span a long time, and they do a good job of making the characters seem aged throughout the different periods. He's got a great core buddy with him, and generally an enjoyable film. I did like it. I mean, it wasn't anything too spectacular. There's not action in it. It's very much kind of a biopic, not really, but it's a decent tale. It's an easy watch, and Jack Black, yet again, is just fantastic in this. He really does get the role well, and the polka music was decent. I enjoyed listening to it. I didn't have any issues, and it's not particularly something I listen to. With that, I give it a 6.5 out of 10, and you read my full review in the description below.